Calm before the storm here at Santa Anita for this year's Breeders' Cup. A very quiet morning, relatively quiet as far as workouts went. Some action around the country we'll talk about as well. But the big workout push starts tomorrow here. Probably a dozen horses or so will work on Friday, and I'm guessing even more Saturday and Sunday. So well, plenty to talk about as we move forward. Today, though, only two Breeders' Cup workers. This one's going to be hard to say. Krova Voki for the Juvenile Fillies Turf with Flavian Pratt aboard. Won an easy half mile in 50 and 4/5. I believe she's 2 slots down on the AE list, so might not even get into the race. And then La Force, who's going to run in the distaff, went 5/8 out of the last half in 53 seconds flat. Kind of got tired coming to the wire at 26:53 for the last half of La Force, who will be a decided long shot in the distaff. Looking around the country, the big worker today was Imperial Hint for that monster sprint race, which may be the best on the card. And Imperial Hint, from the sounds of things, is ready to rock and roll. He won a half mile in 46 seconds flat, according to Monmouth Park clocker Gate Artis, who said the horse has never looked any better, and he's been watching this horse for a long time. And I spoke to Louis Carvajal. He said everything went perfect today. The horse was in the bridle, but hard held all the way around, and he's ready to rock and roll. Like I said, here he will ship here on Sunday. This was his final work. He'll just get a feel for the track next week. But what a race it is. And another sprint contender worked at Churchill today. That's Hog Creek Hustle, who went 4 furlongs in 48 and 2, galloped out in 101 and 4, according to the Churchill clocker John Nichols. One other horse to talk about at Keeneland, Blue Prize, also for the distaff, 5/8 in 101 and 2, galloped out 3/4 in 13 and 1. I'm going to take this opportunity to take a little peek backwards to what I saw last weekend at Churchill Downs. And boy, I saw some really eye-catching works there in the 4 days I was at Churchill Downs. No less so than a late. Boy, I think that she has just looked terrific. She looked great galloping the first day I was there. Then the next day she went out and worked, just really blew out the day before she got on the plane. 3/8 and 34 and 2. It was just the way she did it, the way she looked. Galloped out in 47 and change, up 5/8 and 102 and a couple, and she's carried that over to here. Since she shipped locally, she looks good, and she'll work here again sometime over the weekend. Dennis's Moment, who may be the favorite in the juvenile, he also was spectacular. 5/8 and 58 and change with regular rider Tammy Fox aboard. This horse has a ton of ability. Dale Roman said at this stage of his career, he's the best horse that he's ever had. So that's a lot, speaking a lot, because he's had some pretty good horses. So we'll see how Dennis's Moment progresses. I think he's due for his final work tomorrow, is what I've been told. Not Saturday, it'll be tomorrow. Mr. Money, a favorite of mine from back last spring at Churchill Downs when he worked lights out from one of the undercard stakes that he won. He's a terrific workhorse, and he did not disappoint at Churchill over the weekend. Went 59 flat for 5/8 and then galloped on 11 and 4, 25 and change, pulled up a mile in 141. He's ready for the dirt mile. There's no doubt about that. Owendale, who run in the Classic, here's where it kind of got messed up a little bit. Was supposed to go, or he did go in company, but his workmate was supposed to be in front. He was supposed to have a target to run at. Workmate didn't cooperate, so Owendale kind of went a slow opening eighth, opening quarter, and then flew home 47 flat, was in hand to the wire, and also galloped out well. So even though the work didn't go as scheduled, it was an excellent eye-catching work as far as I was concerned. Whitmore worked a half in 46 for the sprint. Trainer Ron Moquette still on the fence whether to send him or not. And Kofefi, she is super ready for the Philly and Mass Sprint, 59 and 3. Did it easily right as the track opened at 5:25. You got to get up there early at Churchill Downs if you want to see the horses work out there with the lights at Churchill Downs. So it's a little look back, and then we're ready to look forward to a lot of action here coming up the next several days, 3-4 days. Anxious to see the Euros when they arrive, and horses from all over the country will be pouring in here, probably starting Sunday and Monday. And I'm not sure what day the turf course is going to be open, but I'm guessing we're going to have several days of turf works as well. So don't miss any of the action. Don't miss any of the reports on this year's Breeders' Cup as we get closer and closer, and we'll have it all for you right here at DRF.com.